Welcome to the Future Games Show. I'm here with Maggie Robertson.
That's me.
That's you.
And I'm here with David Hayter. That's
Tough
you.
to believe. But they put together a few questions for us, so let's dive in.
That is not Solid Snake.
All right. What line are people most likely to yell at you in the street?
You're the tall vampire lady. You're the, you're the big booby lady. It's either and or. Do you get shouted at in the street?
I do. It's Snake? Snake? Snake!
Classic.
So I get that a lot.
That's a classic. All right, my turn.
All right.
Shmeep, what do you think is misunderstood about your most iconic character?
I think that Snake's heart is most misunderstood. I think that people focus on the fact that he's a tough guy and that he's a professional killer and he does all these things, but what really draws me to him, and I think what subconsciously draws the audience to him, is his inability to turn away from anybody who needs help. So I think that's really the key that makes him quite lovable.
That's beautiful.
How about you? What is misunderstood about your tall, large-boobed vampire?
She's a mom. And so that gives her so much heart and relatability. And it's interesting to see her shift gears halfway through, where no longer is she following Mother Miranda's objective. Instead, she's a grieving mom who is just pursuing revenge on Ethan Winters. So that transition, again, heart. There's
Heart?
a deceptive amount of heart.
Snake, are you okay? Snake? Snake!
What's your favorite video game of all time?
Animal Crossing.
I love the game Okami, and it's set in ancient Japan, and all the characters look like they're cut out of paper, and it's all paper artwork, and your weapon is a calligraphy pen, and you play as the white wolf god Amaterasu, and it's quite a beautiful game.
Do your best impression of my most iconic character.
Listen, you disgusting man thing.
Yes.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
I used to be a cat guy, but then we got dogs, and I was like, okay, they're kind of lovable. And now I love all animals.
I think I am the cat, and so therefore I can only have dogs.
It cannot be your preference. Yeah.
I need somebody to love and adore me unconditionally,
Well, that's dogs.
because mine's conditional.
Understood.
So don't me off, David.
You are the cat who walks alone, and all faces and places are alike to you.
Yes,
I can see that.
good. It's my turn. What is the most amount of takes in a row you've ever had to do?
I worked with a director. He was like, "Oh, that's great, David. Oh, that was amazing. Let's just do one more where you do it like this." And, "Oh, that was incredible. Okay, let's just do one more." And I was working with Hank Azaria, who was Mo the bartender, among a million other amazing voiceover things. And Hank got so mad.
I kind of like that stuff though, that's the fun. But maybe that's the theater in me where I'm like, yeah, let's do it again. Let's try something new. Let's spitball.
I kind of want to do a Fincher movie where I get to do like 50 takes and
Yeah.
try to find like every possible nook and cranny of the line read.
That'd be fun.
How
Let's
about
do
you?
that. Let's
Let's
go ahead.
do
Let's just go do that. Finch? Sure. May I call you?
May I call you Finch?
Finch?
Director I don't know?
Good. Off to a good start.
I think we're nailing it.
Next. What is the best piece of direction you've ever received?
I worked so long with Chris Zimmerman Salter, who directed all the English language versions of Metal Gear, but my favorite bit of direction was, I wanted a little snakier. I'd be like, I got it.
Yeah.
You know, and I'd really dig into the snake.
Okay.
That was pretty good. How about you?
That our cinematics director, Steve Knievel from Resident Evil Village, and we were in the booth, and I think I was laughing maniacally, as one does. And then there was definitely a moment where after I got done, there was a pause in the booth, and you're alone, and everyone else is behind a screen. And so there's always a moment of silence, and you're like, is it good? Did I do okay? Do you hate it? And then finally he comes on the intercom and he's like, Maggie, I'm worried you're actually insane. And I was like, yes.
Then it's working.
Bingo.
Right?
So that was probably my favorite moment.
That's pretty great.
Which character that you've previously played do you hold the dearest?
I'm gonna say the museum cop from X-Men, because It's my only...
Wait, is this real? I didn't know this.
Oh, yeah, I'm the one. My character is a cop who finds Mystique, and she's been stabbed, but she's turned into a security guard, and I come in and I say,
Hey, this one's alive. Let's get him out of here.
I love it because he's the idiot who lets Mystique go free at the end of the thing. And being that's my only Marvel movie, my power is misidentifying bad mutants. I have a soft spot in my heart for the idiot cop. What experience most helped you in becoming an actor?
Drama school.
Whoa! I was 9 years old and I was in a kids production of Pinocchio at the Costa Mesa Civic Playhouse. And after the opening night, a girl came up and asked me for my autograph. And I was like, well, no problem. And my parents took a picture of me signing my first autograph. And you can tell by the look on my face that my life has changed and will never be the same from that moment on.
Dope.
Thank you, young lady.
What is your favorite or most memorable acting, games, movie, or TV performance of all time?
Writing X-Men 2, when a writer writes dialogue and then it's said by Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen, that's particularly gratifying.
Pretty cool.
Logan, my tolerance for your smoking in the mansion notwithstanding, continue smoking that in here, and you'll spend the rest of your days under the belief that you're a 6-year-old girl. You do that? I'd have Jean braid your hair.
What advice would you give to someone who wants to get into acting?
Investing in financial freedom, because this is a very expensive business. You are running a business. So take that business 101 class, take finance courses, and learn how to manage money, because that is the greatest gift that you can give yourself, is to not be in crippling amounts of debt in this industry, so that you can make choices that are for you and not just a necessity.
Good advice. My advice is always to young actors is always get out.
What is a song that gets you hyped / what's on your current music rotation?
You know what always gets me hyped is Lose Yourself by Eminem.
So hyped.
The whole concept of that, what if you had one shot and one moment to seize everything you ever wanted in one opportunity? I was in that position on the X-Men movie, and I was like, either I survive this and I get credit and it'll change my whole life, or I'll fail, but I seized the moment, and so that song always speaks to me. What's the weirdest line of dialogue you've ever had to record?
Probably some of Oren's lines from Baldur's Gate 3, because she is lovingly batshit.
I hate to peel you, to split your skin.
What was the weirdest line of dialogue you've ever had to deliver?
I think it was in Super Smash Brothers, where they were talking to me, they were describing to me my opponent Jigglypuff, who gets around by farting, and I had to say, by farting.
He also attacks by farting. He can fart to fly around too.
By farting. Are you kidding me?
Oh, what is your signature dish? Either that you like to cook or that you like to consume, or both?
My signature dish that I enjoy eating would probably be ramen. I'm a ramen fanatic, have been since I was a teenager, and I find all the best ramen in all the cities that I go to and check it out.
Sick.
How about you? Do you cook?
No.
Fantastic.
Heavens, no. No, I like to brag that I'm now officially known at my local Taco Bell as the Dr. Pepper girl. I just go in and I get a large Dr. Pepper, occasionally a cheesy gordita crunch.
Sure.
If I'm feeling crazy. But I love that I'm known now. They're like, oh, you're back again.
Stupid man thing!
What was your first role in video games?
I don't know, because I was living in Japan. I was 16 years old, and a Japanese company came to my school and said, we need 4 guys who speak English to do voices for video games, for mid-'80s arcade games. And we went down and we did a bunch of pilot voices and soldier voices and all that stuff, and they never told us what the games were, but I have been doing voices in video games since they invented voices in video games.
That is crazy. I had
crazy.
no idea. Mine was Lady D in Resident Evil
crazy.
Village.
That's crazy.
So that is also crazy. How did you approach different versions of the same character? Ooh, fun. Old Snake, Naked Snake, Naked Snake, Solid Snake.
Solid Snake is a clone of Naked Snake. Old Snake is Solid Snake, but older, and Big Boss is Naked Snake.
That
older.
is very confusing.
So my feeling about it is they're not the same man. They have different experiences. They have the same vocal cords because they're clones. When I start the game, I figure out what their situation is, how old they are, how bitter they are, how excited they are to be, at it. Like Naked Snake, it's sort of at the beginning of his career and he's fired up. Solid Snake in his first game is a legend who's retired. He wants to be left alone. And then Old Snake is prematurely aging and he's falling apart as the game goes on.
Still got it.
Still got it.
Whew. Biggest guilty pleasure.
The TV show Letterkenny, but I think everybody should watch Letterkenny.
Nice onesie. Does it come in men's?
Oh, I think you come in men enough for all of us.
I don't have any guilty pleasures. I'm proud of my poor taste. I'm proud of all of the geeky things that I love, and I am not ashamed at all.
Hell yeah. Let this be a lesson to us all. Which camera? Own who you motherfucking are.
Well, I'm just shocked and appalled, but own who you are.
Well, I own who I am, so I use potty language. I'm a pirate.
You should be f***ing ashamed of yourself.
Only pirates curse.
All right, what's one job you didn't get that wasn't acting?
When I first moved to LA, I tried to apply to a lot of jobs, and at that time I had a master's degree, and I just thought it was so funny that I couldn't get a job at Trader Joe's bagging grogroceries.
Right.
I was like, I
Not
have a
smart
master's
enough.
degree.
Yeah.
I can't bag groceries. No one will hire me. Anyway, so that's that.
I was going to a friend's wedding, and so I went to a tuxedo shop, and there was a young lady working there, and she helped me rent the tuxedo, and then she was like, you're pretty charming. Like, you could probably sell tuxedos. And I was like, what a weird thing to say. But I needed a job. I was 15. It was my first job. Sold the
15
tuxedos.
selling tuxedos?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was called Classy Tuxedos in Mississauga,
Well, there you
Ontario. And so I went in, I worked for a weekend, I was checking in and all that stuff. Next weekend I went in and there was an old guy there. It's a different person. And he goes, who are you? And I said, I work here. He goes, no you don't. And I was like, who are you? He goes, it's my shop. And I said, well, where's Carolyn? He goes, Carolyn doesn't work here anymore. And I'm like, well, she hired me. He goes, no, she didn't. I said, yes, she did. And I took him in the back and I showed him my time punch card.
I feel like you
was
are
my
one of
first
those
job.
people that has had the most ridiculous things happen to you.
Yes.
Do you even comprehend how serious this shit is? Huh?
Best fan interaction.
I was working on a movie with the actor Johnny Galecki, who was on The Big Bang Theory and Roseanne and many things, a very talented guy. And he went and he had lunch with Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance, which I'm a huge fan of. And when Gerard heard he was working with me, he was like, David Hayter? Oh my God, I'm a huge fan. And I was like, oh my God.
What?
And then I wanted to cry. So when
Did you? I would have.
I probably cried a little. I probably peed a little. I don't know.
Okay, best fan interaction was I was signing prints for Streamily, and I had this print come in, and they can put a little blurb in there that said, "Don't read this aloud. This is for my girlfriend, and can you write 'Will you marry me' on this print?" Which I thought was
I've
so
been there,
sweet.
yeah.
The partner in question was watching that live stream and put two and two together. So then I had a series of back and forth interactions where they were buying prints for each other with the yes, and then with the, oh my God, I love you so much, and with the, oh my God, I can't believe you're doing this, I love you so much. And it was just so beautiful to be a part of that interaction.
Adorable.
I lost my mind. It was bananas.
That's hilarious. And people ask me to ask their girlfriends to marry them all the time. And my question is always, do you think she wants you to? Like, do you know this person? Or, because I don't want to get involved.
Right, I don't want to like.
If it's an inappropriate pursuit. So that's just something to bear in mind should you all get famous.
Okay.
What is the last game you played? Video game? Board game? Mobile game? Sports game? anything goes.
Borat game. I play D&D almost every other Monday with a group of friends, and it's been delightful. And I play a bard that is this old pot-bellied pirate named Augie, and he's so smelly.
Like, why would you want these characteristics?
That's a great question. And it's because I'm crazy, and I choose to sow chaos wherever I go. Tell me about your most recent video game project and what's coming next, whatever you're able to say.
Extremely excited about is Metal Gear Delta, the remaster of one of my favorite games of all time, Snake Eater, Metal Gear 3, and I got to play a good chunk of it over at Konami a few months ago, and it is spectacularly beautiful. I think that game's gonna kick ass. So that's it. We've run down our drinks, we've run out our questions, and we want to thank you for joining our crazy conversation.